1987.
The thin focus right to the end, isn't it, at the moment, looking up there? Except what if... Will we get up nice and close too? The only thing that worries me is that it's dark. It's a bit hard to tell. Do you know you've got it going?
Yep. It's doing all the round.
Oh, right.
He's skinny.
Up of who's speaking. I just press that. Can I see in the lens what's happening?
Yep.
I've got quite a list here of people that have sent apologies that won't be turning up or haven't arrived or whatever. Larry James, he's living at Carlingford, he's retired, playing a lot of golf. Sorry he can't come tonight, but he will be at the school tomorrow. At the reunion tomorrow, we'll have it. Bruce Gardner, the Deputy Principal, he's not real well. He wishes everyone all the best, and he's sorry that he cannot attend. The ones that I'm going through now are all teachers. Peter Dalton, he's having his 50th birthday party tonight. I don't know whether that's a plus or a minus, but he's having his 50th birthday party. He's sorry he can't be here. He will turn up tomorrow, and if he's sober, he'll be all right and see people around. Don Rudd, he's sorry he cannot return tonight. He had a riding accident in the Snowy Valley a couple of days ago. I saw him 2 weeks ago and he said he'd definitely be here, so he's just sorry he cannot be here either. Now, the following teachers will be turning up tomorrow. They send their apologies for not being here tonight. John Casey, who is the Director of Schools at Canberra. Ty McPherson, who is retired and living at Artarmon. Jim Patterson, who is teaching at Narrabeen Boys. John Fairman, who is headmaster at Bankstown Boys. Seth Spencer and George Squires and Charlie First, all have retired, but all will be at school tomorrow. Dick Horn and Col Elliott and Earl Walton can't attend and they won't be there tomorrow as well. Jim Harkin also sent apologies for not being there tonight, and he may be in attendance tomorrow. John Javon will not be attending tonight or tomorrow, and was less favourable on having a reunion anyway. Now, with regard to students, Ashley Lewis, for one, would have liked to have been here, but he is a maths teacher now. He'd like to let Col Davis know that. He was one of the worst maths students at school, but he is now teaching. He is an exchange student in Canada at the moment. He would have liked to have been here. He said to have a few drinks with him, but didn't up with the bill. Jim Reeves, he's in South Australia. He won't be back. He's building uranium mines up in the Roxby Downs. And he's had 4 girls in the last 5 years, so he's going very well. But 4 girls killed him. It's got nothing to do with uranium mining. Now, he was talking to me on the phone last night and he's having a good time. Don Watson, he's working for Edgels. He's just moved from Victoria across to Western Australia. He would have been here if he was still in Victoria, but unfortunately he can't be here. Warren Carson is teaching Dubbo and sends his apologies, cannot arrive. Phil Ballard is working in Australian Illawarra Steel at Wollongong. He's a troubleshooter, he's on call 24 hours a day and is doing a lot of work overseas, so he couldn't be here.
There's always trouble that way.
Ross Britton is a missionary in South Africa and sent his apologies. He said if we have a reunion again in 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 10, 15 years, he'll be here. David Robinson in Western Australia, Brian Rupp in Western Australia, both send their apologies. Rob Boatwright is at Braidwood and he's just bought a new property and transacting the deal this weekend. Couldn't be here. Barry Gibson and Bob Lee are both up Tamworth, Armadale area. Couldn't turn up. John Stuckey is overseas and sends his apologies. Alan Phillips is an engineer and is working pretty hard. He's been over in West Samoa, he's just got back. He's up on the coast working at the moment. Laurie Smart, he can't attend. He's found God and he's working at Batlow and his letter said that he's working 24 hours a day in Christianity, so he can't be here. And that is Julian Dent is in camp. Yes. Julian Dent is in Canberra. And he's driving Commonwealth cars from what I believe, but I'm not certain. And he's sorry he can't. Ross Robson couldn't get here. He's at Toronto. Jeff McVeigh has got his parents' 40th wedding anniversary tonight. He'll be at the school tomorrow. Ken Leslie couldn't attend. And Angus Meldrum sent his apologies from Orange and said he's sorry he cannot attend. Colin Longhurst and Peter McGee both send their apologies. There have been a few deceased, only 2 teachers and 2 students as far as I gather. Bill Tobin and Mr Robinson have both died, and Gary Sterling was in a car accident about 4 or 5 years ago, and Kevin Hamilton was in a car accident about 14 years ago. Outside that, I think that's about the whole resume. No other apologies. I'm just glad everyone's here and I hope to enjoy yourself.
Very much for what it's done. About 2 years ago, I met up with Jim Clegg and vaguely, as I tend to do, I thought it would be a great idea if we had a reunion. But as usually happens, I didn't get off the ground. And then with great relief one day, Ernie Young rang to say that he thought it was a good idea. When I started talking to him, I realised that Ernie had done all the work. He had the thing completely under control. On 2 occasions I rang him to see whether I could be of any help at all, and obviously I was completely superfluous. I couldn't help him at all. Ernie had done a lot, and I think as a group we owe Ernie a lot of thanks. Now, being a married person, I realise that that's actually the small part of it. The person who probably needs the greatest deal of acclamation and support is Ernie's wife. I don't know Ernie's wife, but I know if I'd been doing it, my wife would be complaining very vigorously. I'd like everybody to show their appreciation to Ernie Young. I've got this microphone, so I'll stay for a little while. the other group of people that I would like to, I heard somebody say, I know you had enough of me. Only time I got to speak at school was to ask for more groceries for the faith and to say grace. I've got a new thing. When I was announced that we might have a 20-year reunion, I said it was 5 years ago, I really didn't have a great deal of interest, but now 20 years have gone by, and when they said there was a reunion, I was really enthusiastic, and I couldn't wait to get back to see how people had gone. The one thing that worried me was a little bit was as to how many teachers would come back, and I'm really delighted to see the teachers that come back. We as a group think that our year was pretty special, right? But we've got to appreciate that these teachers have seen, well, I won't put them in, but at least 20 years gone by since we were there, and that's a hell of a lot of kids under the bridge. Woody Allen has this quote, and I've quoted it a lot, but when I look around the teachers, I think it's a bit, I'm a bit ashamed of quoting it. He said that those that can do, those that can't teach, and those that can't teach gym. Now, when I had a look around, the only gym teacher here is Bob Field, who I hold in the highest regard. He was a superb gym teacher and a great example in many other aspects. And I was really pleased to see him come. The others didn't teach gym, but they were teachers. And the fact that they've come back, I think, was very special to me. I suppose sometimes when you're a student, you tend to take, and you give very little, and you take what the teachers give for granted. We're at a slightly different stage now where we have children that are going to school, and suddenly you realise how dependent you are on teachers. And it's a great thrill to me to see all these teachers come back, and again, as a group, I'd like to thank the teachers for making the effort. Last of all, I'll leave now. It's fantastic to see all the fellows out of our year. I hope that we'll now have a chance to mix around and to have a yarn, and I'm pleased to see that Ernie allowed us the extravagance of having tomorrow, and it'll be terrific as many people as can turn up tomorrow to allow us at our leisure to get round and have a yarn to see what's happened in the last 20 years. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
On behalf of your teaching staff, I would very much like to thank Ernie for the tremendous efforts that he put in to make this night the great night it's been. It is a disappointment to me to not see some of my former colleagues who I had thought might be here. I haven't booked in for tomorrow, but I'm going to change my mind if I can, Ernie, and go down there tomorrow and perhaps see a few more. When I saw the list of names that Ernie so kindly sent out through the post, I knew nearly all those names after 20 years. When I tried to put a face to them, for the most part, I was quite lost. But when I came in tonight, many of the faces were immediately familiar to me. I saw one fellow come in, I said, yes, that's a Clegg. I was wrong. I wasn't wrong with a Clegg. It was McCall. But it really is a good thing that somebody has organised an event like this, because I think that those years that you had then were pretty kind of meaningful years. They certainly were meaningful years to me, and not very much of that had to do with teaching, I can assure you of that. But it would be a good thing, Ernie, if you could, we wouldn't expect you to make it an annual event, but if it could be done, say, every 5 years, that might mean I can get along to about 2 or 3 more before they take me out. Thank you.
Concrete
apparently went to Randwick Racecourse tonight. So just in case anybody has any sort of, if they're not sure what's going on tomorrow, it's at Hurlstone tomorrow.
Where's that?
Yeah, you can leave now. It's on at 12:30 when it starts. If you want to get there a bit early so you don't waste any talking time, that's fine. But there's a barbecue and a few drinks on at Hurlstone down at the Oval at 12:30 tomorrow, and everybody here's welcome. Ernie has a group of people that have it all organised, so anybody who wants to come is very welcome.
Just not wrong with you, just a bit of fruit from the top and you'll bring me on the
Catch a wall from 6:30, eh?
No, Grandma.
Go to sleep.
His retirement a year, so that was the person that might come through.
Yeah, mate.
Yes.
Just hold it there, Tina.
Well, these kids really want to know me. That's right, playing a bloke. It's a big fella.
A few words for us, Charlie, or not? Got a few words for the camera?
Oh, not really. I'm not a man of, many words.
I go and join the
Yep.
wild group here.
You never threw Sanders, you're easy going on the bloke. He used to ride out the funny way, good to see you again. How are you?
Harry Beth,
G'day, mate.
how are you?
So when I left then, I was really spanking because I had to get from Dunedin back to Tallahassee. It was
On my plate. Oh, enough bread. More buns. Whole packet.
Your lunch, Daddy?
There you go with these cakes, Joel. You still like to look at them. We used to go to cricket.
Oh, Bud Taylor.
Yeah. Only in dimension. Upwards. Upwards. Yeah. Facing the same.
How'd you blokes pull up today? What you got there, Darryl?
Good afternoon, Ernie. How are you, mate?
How'd you pull up?
Good, great,
Good.
excellent. Yeah, tremendous.
I wasn't too well at about 8:30 this morning, I
Well, what time did you get out here?
Oh, about 11, quarter to 12.
Yeah, beautiful food, mate. Excellent.
Yeah, it's really lovely.
There's Peter too. I can remember some of these.
Very
It's
nice.
great.
Charlie talking.
Well, I hope it's gone off really damn well, actually.
Yeah.
Last one was terrific. I sort of walked in and think, God, I don't know anybody, remember anybody, but we certainly did by the time that I was there.
Good afternoon, Kate.
Front row.
Flappers, always down the front.
Front row.
I've always had an inferiority complex, had to be in the front, you know.
Will this go on the insurance company too, did it?
What's that? Yeah.
Inferiority complex.
He's not here. What was that guy's name, Ray?
Which one?
That bloke there.
Which one's Peter Rappo?
Was it?
Which one's Peter Rappo?
He lives out at Leamington.
The one on...
That's right. Yes. You know, a lot of the harbours got too expensive. You know, people paid too much money for it and had to work for a lot more time and pay for it.
Are we on camera now, eh?
Yeah, you're on camera.
Oh, good. Right? You're on
They've organised a game of touch football for a little while later too.
Have they? Organised the what?
Darryl Clinger was playing around with me over there.
Who's that?
Darryl Clinger. Said he's organised the boys to come down and give us a game.
Is that your practice out at the best on the Humo? Where do you live?
Hey, look at the distance. They were as high as that. The big man.
His brother was killed. She was 12 months ago. She had a baby 5 days old.
You've got to speak, I can't.
Oh, golly. I'm not much good at that speaking, you know. But I think I wore myself out at school talking to them. It's very kind of you to go to all the trouble to organise this, Ernie.
It's been a good result.
I would have thought that a veterinary practice would be just too busy.
73, 54, 64, 73, is that right?
That's right. 73 with you. I had to go and buy when November 1976. More than 73. 74? 70.
No, no, I was about to go then. 74? Yeah.
9 for...
That's 14, isn't it?
14, 16, 17, yes. 14, that'll be right. I did 15.
Schools having
15 at Farrer and 14 at Hurlstone. That's all right.
long
That's all right.
association with the Ag High Schools then.
No.
Can't have you missing out. There's a net of old boys.
Had a very good reunion,
It's
hasn't
been very good, Kane. Very good.
Over, mark the 80th birthday of the school, which started on April the 2nd, 1907, with the enrolment of the first schools. Everybody's invited, and we'd like to see them all
Where is
there.
it? Where is it?
It'll be here at the school in the dining room.
Right.
And Matron's going to cater with her special cuisine that everybody will thoroughly enjoy.
Students only or students and wives?
Can't answer that question with any surety, but I'm sure we could cope with both if needs be. You're supposed to ask dirty questions.
I think here, so that photographers are there, don't you think, John?
Probably.
Whatever you say. That's it, whatever I say.
Because
Kevin winning a lot at my wedding. Jim.
And I say to my wife,
Would Canberra come in theirs? You're going to quote those, please? I think they do. Staff photo. Senior members at the front.
I'll have a look at it.
we'll take these sunflowers off, otherwise I can't judge the life properly.
Every tide in the front.
You gotta get together before.
Come on, Percy, you should have a haircut before you
Just move a little bit over that way, everybody. One step to the left, just to get in the light.
Lots of squints.
Listen here, how about you, Mr. Cash? I want you in there too.
Yeah, I'll take a couple of old job in there myself.
Get someone else who use your camera, John.
I'll just take another one.
Never did things by heart.
Right.
We haven't got the sign in front. Just great. What class is this? Well, you're
Probably the answer.
Yeah.
Try and catch the tide from A to us. Stop using that.
Yes, that's for a Minolta.
Stop using the dress. What's great?
Don't break,
I'm
in here. I'm right.
Finished?
I'm right.
I just want to get it into there's no cricketing, mate. Yes. Take that right.
I'll take it.
Brisk quality. Good work, Ian.
Well done. I'll catch up with you now.
Oh, I'm finished.
Finished, man?
Yeah.
Video. We'll pass. Everyone pass as the video comes around. Bye.
Someone over going. Oh.
I'm just trying to see if there's any quiet left. Does it take sound as well?
Yep.
Food was magnificent today for lunch, wasn't it?
It was good, wasn't it?
Absolutely superb.
Women excel themselves.
Sorry?
The women excel themselves. And
Beautiful. Who did the food?
preschool. My kid's going to the committee from preschool. Just had it for the whole lot.
Absolutely. It really was a credit to you. It was magnificent.
Well, all you got to do...
And what are you in, Grady?
Too close to it now.
Yeah, a lot of new roads up that way, reconditioning the roads up around. We came out there and we didn't.
Just focus up on the top of your hand.
Something on his eye. He's got some
Can't see anything.
Yeah.